Today we are gathered here in the sight of God, in the presence of family, friends, and loved ones. Today we want to honor God with all that we do today as we enter into this beautiful covenant of marriage. We want to acknowledge that we wouldn't be here without Him. Now, getting here today has been no small feat. It is a beautiful story that has also had its obstacles. Those obstacles which have brought you guys and prepared y'all for this moment. In fact, it's very reminiscent of our couple's favorite verse, Jeremiah 29:11. And it reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for your welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." God has used these obstacles, although maybe not welcome in the moment. He has used them for y'all's well-good and y'all's well-being, because He does have a plan. Now, as we go forward today, what I want to remind everyone here today is that we're not mere just participants and onlookers, but we get to participate in encouragement and holding this couple to their vows as they move forward. And it's a beautiful part we get to partake in. The covenant Bowen and Cassandra are about to enter into is one that shouldn't be taken lightly, with great thought, understanding the great responsibility that you will step into for the rest of your life. Today, two will become one. Before we go any further, I want to invite y'all to join in prayer for Cassandra and Bowen. God, we are so grateful today that in your great plan you have brought these two together. And that they are about to covenant to one another, to love one another for the rest of their life. And so we ask that you would be with them as they go forward. That today is a big day, but it only marks the beginning of a beautiful thing which you have planned for them. So God, strengthen them, give them joy and peace, especially in times of struggle. God, allow them to relish the good times. And all that they do, God, allow it to be honoring to you. We pray these things in your name. Amen. The joining of two in marriage is one that has been here as long as time has. God instituted it back in Genesis 1 and 2 when he brought Adam and Eve together. When done rightly, it brings life, growth, and joy for those that enter into it. Ecclesiastes 4, 9, and 10 talk about the advantage of walking through life with a partner. Marriage embodies this so well as you take your friends and decide to walk for the rest of your life with them. To help one another out when you fall, and keep each other warm when times get cold. 1 Corinthians 13 speaks of the love of which you are to show one another. This is a love that has no conditions or stipulations. It's a love that shows great patience and humility. It is selfless. It is so slow to anger. It is quick to seek forgiveness. It seeks after the truth, and it endures all new obstacles that threaten to diminish the love. God also explains the great responsibility of marriage in Ephesians chapter 5. Sandra, you are to honor, help, and follow Bowen as he follows God. Bowen, as you love and lead, do so selflessly, even forsaking your own life for that of your bride, just as God had done so for his church. As the charges and commands given today, there will be times that prove hard to follow, and many times which you may even think to quit. I urge you to remember this day and the promises that you make, and recall these commitments as you continue walking forward. You all know Bowen to be an honorable man. He's attentive and patient. I think a word often heard is hurrah, dependable. Likewise, Cassandra, she can be described as loving, caring, and is always fun. All these qualities will serve you well as you join together on this great journey of marriage. Many trials that life brings will try and test it. Bowen and Cassandra have chosen to exchange rings today. Take notice of the ring. You'll notice its circular pattern. It has no end. It continues on and on. This is to reflect the love of which they have shown one another. It is unending. Every day you wake up to choose to love without stopping. You'll also notice the material of both rings. It is not merely metal you find off the ground. But it is one that's been polished and is precious. It has been refined to be its best self. If you'll notice the gem upon Cassandra's ring. Diamonds are known as some of the toughest material on earth, enduring unimaginable pressure. to reflect your love for one another. Because there will be pressure at times. As you look upon these rings moving forward, let it serve as a reminder of the commitment that you show one another. And remember this day and the many others that you will come against. In the exchanging of these rings, Bowen and Cassandra will vow to one another. Bowen, if you'll take the ring and place it on Cassandra's hand. Bowen, do you take Cassandra to be your wedded wife, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor, and keep her, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to her for as long as you both shall live? Cassandra, if you'll take the ring and place it upon Bowen's hand. Cassandra, do you take Bowen to be your wedded husband, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, being faithful only to him, so long as you both shall live? With the power given to me by God in the state of Georgia, I will now pronounce you husband and wife. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate. You may now kiss the bride.